Remember, guys, fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, and hate leads to suffering. A famous quote there from a very famous Jedi Master. This is Star Wars Battlefront. Big shout out to one of our subscribers, ZPB Studios, who requested this absolute gem of a video game. So I featured I'll try that again. I featured Battlefront, not Battlefield, Battlefront 2 on the PS2 on the channel a few months ago, but ZBB wants me to take a look at this, the first game. Now, I owned this. I owned all the Battlefront games. I owned this on the Xbox, but this is the PS2 version, and I absolutely loved this game. So it's going to be cool to go back to this. It's been a long time. Literally, the last time I played this would have been on the Xbox. I haven't emulated this before. So I can't wait for this. It's a great request. And it's strange because ZPB Studios asked me to cover this game. I've actually just started Jedi Survivor on the Series X, and I'm actually having a Star Wars marathon at the moment because I've got the Disney app because it's half term for my son. And we're watching movies, and I just thought, I'm going to go in chronological order and watch the awful Phantom Menace first, and like I say, go through them all. Just finished Jedi 2 days ago as I'm recording this. That's enough about me, though. This game. Right, let's try and remember the controls. I didn't mean to throw my thermal detonator. So I think PCSX2 is upscaling this. It doesn't really look like it's being upscaled to me, but I'm sure it is. And if you haven't played this game before, go, oh, look at the glitch. Look at the dude on the back. Look at him bouncing up and down. But if you haven't played these games before, they are essentially capture the flag games. Oh, look at this, Tusken Raiders. Do we get Tusken Raiders in Battlefront 2? I keep saying Battlefield. Yeah, they're capture the flag or conquest modes. So if that's your thing, and Star Wars is your thing, then this does it incredibly well. He's still bouncing up and down. I love glitches. Okay. Oh, Sarlacc Pit. So I'm not a Star Wars aficionado, but I do enjoy the Star Wars games, the movies. Star Wars in popular culture in general, I enjoy. Big shout out to Matt, my brother. Matt is a Star Wars fanatic. Matt even collects the action figures, and he's like 45 years old. He isn't that old, but he's older. And I think it's cool. I'm interested in all that kind of thing. I like geeky stuff. I like nerd culture. There's nothing wrong with it. You do you, guys. We all do us together. Oh, come on. I don't remember those little floaty car things. So if I remember correctly, in these games, you've got the original, or rather the legendary, there's a word for it, but these old-ass characters, like the Stormtroopers, the Scout Troopers, etc., from the original trilogy. But I think in this, you've also got the films, like the Clone Wars kind of era, and the terrible Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith films. I think they feature some characters and playable like soldiers from those movies in this as well. I need to find out what sprint is, guys. It's annoying me now. I don't know if you have got a sprint in this game, though. No, there isn't one. How can you not have a sprint? So it's going to be slow going. But squad commands on the D-pad. I forgot about that. Okay. That's cool. That's fine. This game, I think, has aged well. It's aged really well. I don't think it looks particularly pretty now. I think graphically it hasn't aged that well. But gameplay-wise, this game is can I say the word phenomenal? Phenomenal. I can never say it. But that's what it is. It's so good. We did get a remake of this trilogy, or remaster, I should say, in recent times. I'm still really interested in it, but apparently it's terrible. It's had loads of updates, and apparently it's just like no one plays it anymore. So you could take this online, guys, back in the day on both PS2 and Xbox. I'm pretty sure I used to take this online on the original Xbox, but I do like the single player as well. You could play some co-op with a mate. I think you could do some split screen, and both of you can go head to head on these conquest modes or play on the same team, I think. There we go, I'm just capturing the zones here. And this game was quite challenging if I'm remembering right. I mean, Battlefront 2 is better because it's more polished. It builds on everything that's good about this and adds to it. But this is still fantastic. I remember when this arrived and Matt bought it, my brother who I was referencing earlier. Matt bought this and I went over his flat and that's all we played. Me, Matt and a mate. That's all we played was this game. We lived on this video game. It just blew my mind. And it's still now fun to play, even though I'm not really doing much here. Here we go. Let's shoot some rebels. Some rebel soldiers. I don't remember this Sarlacc pit being in this. I gotta say, that's so cool. And the Tusken Raiders, I don't remember them. I think all the Battlefront games we've had have been good. Except for the first modern Battlefront on Xbox and PS4. I thought that was just lame, but then Battlefront 2, even though it had all the loot box controversy surrounding it, but then they did address that. But that game, I must have poured 200 hours into. That's all I played. Such a good video game. I wonder if that's still busy. I won't mind jumping back into that. Phenomenal game. It also had a good single player mode on there, like a story mode. But back to this, it's just, look at it, it's Star Wars, and it's Star Wars done properly. We've had loads of Star Wars games, of course, RPGs, action adventures, conquests, capture the flags. I was going to say we've had some point and click adventures. I don't think we have. We've had Star Wars MMOs. And in my opinion, nothing quite does it as good as the Battlefront games. They capture the atmosphere of Star Wars. They capture the audio. I mean, the lasers sound spot on, don't they? The lightsabers sound spot on when we'll see the special characters. And it's just fun to play. It's just a fun video game, a video game series. It's so much fun, even to this day, this old-ass game. In regards to the reviews, I had a quick look earlier, and this game didn't get any 9s out of 10s, which surprised me, but lots of 8s, basically. A couple of 7s, lots and lots of 8s. It was highly regarded, people loved it. And I do think it helps if you know a little bit about the Star Wars universe, and you kind of know why these conflicts are happening, kind of thing, and you understand the timeline that you're in. So I would be playing, or rather the movie I'm in now would be, I think, New Hope. Episode 4. I want to say episode 4, might be wrong. But it does help if you know a bit of Star Wars lore. Because if you jump into this and you've never seen a Star Wars game before, it can be a little bit overwhelming to like which characters are good at playing as and which aren't. I guess? I don't know. I've only ever played this with people who like Star Wars, so... But it's awesome. It's a fantastic video game. There we go. So I'm trying to get my squad involved, but the AI on your teammates in this isn't the best, if I remember right. That got established? That was addressed, I should say, by Battlefront 2. Your AI teammates were far more clued up in the action, if you like. They would join you, they'd back you up. In this, sometimes you can be running around like solo, kind of just like, yeah, like I say, on your own, trying to do everything yourself. But the Battlefield games that we get today, I'm sure they were heavily influenced by this. I know it's all the same people, or at least I think it is. Is it EA DICE? But yeah, I think these came first. I don't think well, Battlefield games obviously were around as well at the time, but I don't think we had these giant conquest maps and stuff. I might be wrong on that. I haven't played the first Battlefield. I don't mean like Battlefield Bad Company in those games. I mean way before that. I haven't played the very, very early Battlefield games on PC. I think they were exclusive to PC. I might be way off on all of this. But basically Battlefield is this as well, isn't it? And I loved the later Battlefield games. I really enjoyed Battlefield 1, and I really, really enjoyed Battlefield Bad Company 2. That's one of my favourite first-person, online first-person shooters of all time. But yeah, this is cool. It's a very good request from ZPB Studios. And sorry it's taken a while to get... Oh, he glitched onto it, then he's decided not to. Right, that's good, because I want this. Yeah, apologies, it's taken a couple of days to get this up on the channel, mate. I've just got so much going on at the moment. We're setting up the live stream. We will be live streaming on Sunday at 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time. We've won! As I'm recording this video, of course. You might be watching this video after the fact, sort of thing. Anyway, the CM has done well there. Look at that. He's done very well for my first go, considering I haven't played this game since 1977. But it's cool. It's a cool video game, and I like it. But I would obviously play Battlefront 2. I think this game, though, has got more memories than Battlefront 2 for me. Oh, look at this cutscene. It's A New Hope. It is A New Hope, the movie. But like I say, you can skip around the timeline with these games. You don't have to play in this era of Star Wars. You can play in the prequels, where you'll be playing as, like, clone troopers if you're the good guys kind of thing. And battle droids if you're the bad guys. I think I'm getting my Star Wars lore correct here. Right, let's start with this. Oh, there's no vehicles anywhere in this map. So this is going to be Tatooine, I think. The planet, that is. Yeah, it is. So this is where Jabba the Hutt lives on this planet. Now, I'm talking to you all as if you've never seen Star Wars, okay? I'm just, in case there's someone watching who just does not like Star Wars, and you've never seen it. This is where Jabba the Hutt would live. I think it's where Luke Skywalker was brought up, basically, by his auntie and uncle. And it's sandy. It's very sandy. Ah, this is awesome. It's a bit rough around the edges, of course, but it's a very, very old game now. Like, I'm not that keen on clicking the right stick to zoom in with your gun. Obviously, I'd rather it be L1 or L2, which is how it would be today. Because it is R1 to shoot, but like I say, you got to click the right stick to zoom, which is not something I'm comfortable with anymore. Doran Croton killed the CM, apparently. Where should we respawn? I mean, look at this. This is all very Battlefield, isn't it? Today, Battlefield. Got an Imperial pilot here. Oh, Dark Troopers. These guys have got rocket packs. Here we go. But yeah, these games are fun. And if you've never played a Battlefront game before, seriously, give it a go, guys. It is a lot of fun. It's best played with friends, Battlefront. It can be loads of fun that way. There's a rebel. Let's get rid of the rebel. Okay. Hopefully we'll see a special character. And by that I mean someone like Luke Skywalker or... Did I just call him Luke Skywalker? I can hear Vader. I was just going to say, or Darth Vader, because I'm playing as the bad guys. I can hear him on my headset. There he is. I don't know if you can play as the specialists in this one, though, come to think of it. I think that... Yeah, I think that became a function in Battlefront 2. You get enough kills or you rack up enough XP and then you can respawn as Vader or... Well, it depends on who you're playing as. Which team. I love this. It's so hard, though. Or at least it is for me.
We're depleting the rebel reinforcements.
Some of the maps are quite vast and you'll be flying around in vehicles on them. And then you've got these like little close-knit maps like this, where it's all on foot. It's constant action. That's what I loved about this game. All the Jawas running around. The attention to detail in this was really cool for its time as well. I think this sold by the bucket load, if I remember correctly. I mean, it's Star Wars on the PS2, you know, it's going to, and Xbox. It was on PC as well, I think. I never played the PC version of this. And I never played the PS2 version of this until today. I've never played this version of it. It's identical to Xbox from what I can remember here. Can we capture this post I'm going for? Let's have a look. I'll come and help me then, dudes. I keep spamming right on the D-pad for them to stick with me. I mean, we're winning. If you look at the score at the top there. I think we are, anyway. Come on. I think it's because I've said follow me. They literally follow me and they'll just hang out behind me and they're not getting involved with the old shooty stuff. So guys, let me know your favourite Star Wars video or computer game. I'd have to also give an honourable mention to the Star Wars Galaxy MMO we had on PC. I've talked about this before, but you might not have caught that video where I was talking about the following, but I bought a PC and cable broadband in my apartment just for Star Wars Galaxies. And I absolutely loved it. You could still play that to this day because they've... Hey, there's another glitch. The Sand Trooper, he's just... I think it's a Sand Trooper. He's just glitching against the wall. Yeah, I think a fan or a group of fans have not remade Star Wars Galaxies because it uses the same code and that kind of thing, but they've got their own server with it running on and you could just meet up with people on there. I think it's invite only. I think you have to, like, apply for it. There's Vader. He's down there kicking some ass. But yeah, Galaxies was awesome, as was one of the Star Wars games on the SNES. I want to say, I mean, they were hard as balls. I don't like them now, but I loved them when they released. I think all three. I think we had New Hope, Empire, and Jedi releasing on... Or was it just called Super Star Wars on the SNES? That was fantastic. Let's try the other mode that I saw earlier, though. I think it was Galactic Conquest. I'm not entirely sure the difference. So let's back out of all this. Oh, I know what this will be. This will be the newer films, basically, or the prequels.
In Galactic Conquest, you battle your...
The voice there. In Galactic Conquest, yes. Honourable mention. Another game. I've just thought of another game. No, I can't remember it. Yes, I can. On the N64, let's choose a country here. We've got to select a planet to attack. Oh, Kashyyyk. Are we going to Kashyyyk? I don't know. I think Kashyyyk is where all the Chewbacca dudes live. Or Wookiees. I think. It looks like Kashyyyk to me. It's all green and, like, foresty. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, the N64 Star Wars game, I featured it on the channel for Old School, where you fly around... in the first level, like the snowy level. What was that called? Not Rogue Squadron. Is that what it was called? I can't remember. But that is fantastic, if a little bit rough to play today. But that was cool. Look at these vehicles, man. Love this game. And this was the beginning of, like, console gaming heading towards or starting... or developers of the console games starting to consider multiplayer and starting to include multiplayer specific game modes in their games. And it did start with the PS2 and the Xbox, because a lot of people, myself included, always forget that the PS2 could be taken online. Now, I never took my PS2 online. I traded it towards the Xbox to go online because the dude in the game shop, trying to think of the game shop, what it was called. It was a game shop though. Game Station. Big shout out to Game Station. It was a fantastic shop. And he said, mate, get an Xbox if you want to take it online. Don't bother with the PS2. And that's how I got into Xbox gaming then, and Xbox Live. I had Star Wars Galaxies on my laptop or on my PC, and I also had Project Gotham Racing then, and Return to Castle Wolfenstein on the Xbox. So many good memories. And I lived on my own in my flat. No one to bother me. Ignoring phone calls from friends so I could just play my Star Wars. Like the nerd that I am. But good times, good memories. And that's what this channel's about and these videos. It's about nostalgia. It's not about me, like, being good at the game, because I'm crap. But it's about nostalgia, and it's a fantastic suggestion. ZPB Studios with another banger. It's not a game I would have considered, because we looked at 2, and I thought no one would want to see Battlefront. I've called it Battlefield again. Battlefront 1. Who knows? Maybe it'll just get 3 views, this video. ZPB Studios, I'll watch it as well, and maybe Dave will watch. Oh, and my brother, it'll get 4 views at least. It's not about views, it's about having fun. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Take a look out for all the content we've got planned and the live streams. We're going to be live streaming every week. So take a look out for that as well, and all the other stuff we've got planned. Have an awesome weekend, and I'll speak to you soon.
Our reinforcements have been cut off. Get down! We're losing reinforcements.